Many people think, well, will it really matter? Will it matter? Well, maybe it will matter on a local level, but it will not matter maybe on a national level, or maybe it won't matter in the state that I'm living in. Voting is an exercise in recognizing one of the most fundamental hashkafos in Judaism. You know, the Mishnah says in Avos, Perek Beis, Mishnah Yud Gimel, Va'al tihi rasha b'fnei atzmecha. Don't consider yourself wicked. Never consider yourself wicked and beyond repair, because if you consider yourself wicked, you'll think, I can never do tshuva. So you read this Mishnah and you think, okay, so then what? What should I consider myself? I guess I should consider myself a tzaddik. Rabbi Meir asks, but the Gemara Nida says in Daf Lamed Amud Beis that when a person is born, they make the vlad, the embryo, swear in his mother's womb that even if the whole world says you're a tzaddik, you should consider yourself a rasha. So that contradicts the mission of Avos. In Avos it says, don't consider yourself a rasha. And the Gemara Nida says, we make every embryo swear that even if everyone says you're righteous, you should consider yourself a rasha. So says Rabbeinu Yonah, what should you think of yourself? And that's a question we all have to ask ourselves. When we wake up in the morning, when we go to sleep at night, and what should we say? What does Hashem think of us? When we, in our own mind, try to ponder, what does God think of us? Does God think I'm righteous? Does God think I'm wicked? Says Rabbeinu Yonah, the answer is neither. You know what one should think of themselves, and you know what one should think Hashem thinks of them? That which the Gemara says in Kedushin. The Gemara says in Kedushin, La'olam yireh adam es atzmai, mechza zakai umechza chayiv. You should always view yourself not as a tzaddik, not as a rasha, as 50-50. And your next move, your next word, your next thought will tilt the scales. And the Gemara in Kedushin says further, you should always view yourself as if you're 50-50 and the whole world is 50-50. And your next move and your next word and your next thought will tilt the scales of you and determine whether you're a tzaddik or a rasha, and tilt the scales of the whole world. So in Judaism, in Yiddishkeit, we always have to view ourselves and the whole world as if it's exactly 50-50. When we daven Shachris in the morning, we have to think the way we daven Shachris will determine my destiny and the destiny of the world. The way I learn in the morning will determine my destiny and the destiny of the world. The way I speak to my friend, to my wife, to my children, that will determine my fate and the fate of the whole world. That is how we should view ourselves the entire day. To say, well, does my vote matter? That is antithetical to this basic tenet of hashkafa in Judaism, that we always are supposed to view ourselves and the whole world as if it's 50-50, and my act will make the difference. So when you vote, you're exercising this most fundamental attitude toward life in general, and that is, what I do makes all the difference in the world. So voting is a demonstration that we recognize the benefit of freedom of religion, and we're trying to protect it, because if we don't make the effort to protect it, that means we don't recognize it, and we for sure don't have appreciation for it. And furthermore, it's strengthening the basic, perhaps the most important attitude of the way we should live our life, and that is, everything is teetering, and our next move will make the difference to the destiny of oneself and the entire world.